2015-380, State of Arkansas versus Jacob Alden.
I need that paper for to sign the released information to my father. That other guy was talking about it earlier. I need that same paper ASAP, please. Whatever form that is to release, so I
Mr.
can release the
Alden?
information on my case. Yes, sir.
Mr. Alden, we're going to take up your arraignment first, so then you can continue this conversation to some extent.
Okay, so my arraignment for popping a sprinkler.
For impairing a vital operations of a
sprinkler, yes,
vital
sir.
public facility, it's a Class C felony.
I don't believe so. I believe that should be a misdemeanor, honestly.
Well, unfortunately, you don't get to write the law, sir. You've been
But you know
charged
what? I
with
get to defend myself, though, that's for sure, and so does Cooper. So I know that I can keep Cooper as my lawyer, and he can stand up there and fight for me, or I can just do it myself right here. How are you going to charge me a felony for popping a sprinkler for vital facility operations? This is ridiculous.
All right. Mr. Alden, I've heard all I
Sir.
want out of you on that subject.
Yes, sir.
The charges have been filed by the prosecuting attorney's office. That's what you're being arraigned on. At this time, have you made arrangements to be represented by the public defender's office?
I'll let Cooper handle it if he wants to.
Your Honor, he has not filled out an application. He has filled out a previous application, which is well apparent. And if the court is willing to accept that,
All right.
have a user form.
All right, I'll make the appointment of the public defender's office to represent you, Mr. Alden.
Webb, I have one question for you, sir. My bond on this is $10,000.
Mr. Alden, I'm not going to answer your question at this time. We're going to go according to the procedure I'm following. At this
Yes.
time, we'll get you arraigned, and then I'll take up any issues of bond. You don't
Yes,
run
sir.
this thing, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just sit tight, be quiet, and let's get through this. All right. The appointment of the public defender's office has been made on the charge of impairing the operations of a vital public facility, a Class C felony. How does Mr. Alden now plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
The plea of not guilty is noted. This case is set on my docket. I'm going to set it down for, I'll set it down for trial. Set it down for trial on February 8th of 2016. I'm setting it for pretrial on January 7th of 2016. We'll proceed on that. That'll be the scheduling order will provide for those 2 dates.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Mr. Alden, you want to address bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you want to what are the issues you want to raise?
There's a $10,000 bond for this right here alone, and I already have a $13,000 bond for a prior case that I'm still fighting. So together that would be $23,000. So would that would be two separate bonds then, correct?
As it said, is it? What are you saying? It's set
I'm
down
asking-
for $2,000 bond.
No, sir. It says I believe that it's a 10,000 bond. that is
10,000,
carrying- Let me look at 10,000, and then I already have a 13,000 bond. So like what I'm saying is there any way I can maybe get this one reduced by chance?
Okay.
Because I'm having trouble getting out on a $13,000 bond. It's that's $23,000, so that's like $2,300 and a homeowner to get me out, which has just been a little bit of a complication for me so far.
All right. I understand. Mr. Cooper, what can you provide the court in the way of argument on the bond issue?
Your Honor, I agree with Mr. Alden that if the bonds are going to be cumulative, that $23,000 would be excessive. I would ask the court to set a total bond for both cases of no more than $10,000.
What says the state?
Your Honor, Mr. Alden was arrested for theft of a motor vehicle November the 2nd. He is from California. His bond in that case was set at $10,000. He picked up the new charge while he was in jail. I believe on December the 1st, excuse me, November the 21st. So he's already got a $10,000 bond for stealing a vehicle.
For joyriding, sir.
Samantha.
Not stealing a car. For unauthorized use of a motor
Mr.
vehicle.
Alden, it will
Sorry.
help a great deal if you'll not interrupt, please.
I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I would be curious as to I don't know anything about the value of a sprinkler head. I don't do that, but certainly I have no problem with the gentleman posting a $5,000 bond and having his bond be $15,000. I don't know that. I don't know where the 13 is coming from. There may be some district court charges that I'm not aware of.
Okay.
Do you have some charges out of district court as well?
What I think it was is I had owed Baxter County previous for driving on a suspended license, so I think I had some fines. I honestly don't know why. When I called Dan Brown, he told me it was gonna, or I talked to his secretary, and she told me it was gonna be $1,300. Now she told me it was already two separate bonds. The way it was looking is that basically it was a $750 bond and another $750 bond, and a homeowner. And so it racked up to $1,300. Now I wanted to call BS on that, but I mean I'm sitting in here and I can't. I mean I'm studying these books almost every day, sir, and I'm not. It's still my mind's not comprehending why I can't get out. I don't understand. Like I need to see my lawyer as soon as he can come over, which I know he's a busy man, but man, Dan Brown, I really don't know if I like you anymore, sir.
All right. The bond is being set at $15,000, cash or professional bond. It will cover this case, and he will be subject to bond on the other one on the same basis. So it's a total bond of $15,000. If he has a bonding obligation out of district court, the court is not going to set any bond on that. That he'll have to deal with district court on what the bond is going to be out of that.
Your Honor, he does have district court charges.
Okay. Well, you'll have to get, it'll be the $15,000 I'm setting on your circuit court, two sets of charges, and you'll have to deal with district court. You'll have to pay that bond separately, and whatever it's set at. And I'm not going to, I don't get involved in that. That's
Thank you, sir.
That's judge's court.
Thank you.
All right. You may be excused.
Thank you.